Hello everybody, welcome to another true review. Today I'm bringing you Skyling Garden Defense on the Xbox One. Comes out on the 19th of April, but was unfortunately only coming out in the US region for the time being. But on a positive note, it is reasonably priced at $4.99. So what you have here is a classic arcade game. It harkens back to the 80s, where games like Pac-Man, Cubert, Crystal Castles were all the rage. And mentioning Crystal Castles, that's the kind of perspective this game is viewed in. It's an isometric 3D kind of point of view, and you play as Bloom, who has to negotiate maze-like levels, hence the Pac-Man connection, and turn all the soil back into grass and make the garden bloom again, because the evil creatures have stopped the garden from blooming and turned it all into basically barren soil, barren earth. So Bloom has to cover every single square of the level before the exit will open. Now, to prevent that from happening, the creatures try and stop you in the form of ogres, who can only move on cobblestones. They are slugs, which will chase after you and revert bloomed grass back into soil. But the thing about slugs, they can also be used to your advantage. If you sneak up behind, you can pick them up and use them as a weapon. Other enemies include bats, who don't actually kill you, but they will slow you down, which usually results in death, because another enemy will then kill you. We also have rooks, who are creatures who hide in stone kind of columns and chase after you when they see you. They act more like blockers and are more of an annoyance than a danger in themselves, unless they're in a large group. And the final enemy are an enemy called Munchers. They are probably the most traditional enemy compared to like a Pac-Man Ghost, where they will relentlessly chase you down. They do have one disadvantage though, is that they can't actually climb, so raised areas are your friend when it comes to Munchers. They are also the only enemy who can respawn once you defeat them if there is a mud pool on the level. So they are very, very dangerous, especially in huge groups, as the later levels tend to throw at you. So yeah, we've got really simple gameplay, which is what a classic arcade game usually had. It had a simple idea and it was implemented really well, and that's what we have here with Skyling Garden Defense. Turn all these squares into grass, get out of the level as quickly as possible. The graphics themselves are beautiful. When you first boot the game up, it's bright, it's colourful, you've got blues and greens, purples, and it's just a joy really to play a game that's colourful and not dull and brown and everything. It's just really a nice refreshing change. All the characters are well defined. Bloom herself is well drawn, as well as the enemies. They're all completely different to one another, and they all seem like they belong in that world that the developers actually created. The level structure itself starts off relatively simple, but gets more and more complicated, throwing in switches, lifts, etc. Combination of enemy types, which can get a little bit frustrating, but when you do die, it is a quick restart and back into the action. Sound wise, you've got a really beautiful classic kind of arcade track which repeats itself and loops over on itself, and sound effects for when you die, for when you respawn, for when you successfully complete a level, give a little sense of achievement when you do actually clear a level. In terms of gameplay, it plays pretty much spot on for the most part. There are a few little niggly control issues with it being an isometric viewpoint. Sometimes negotiating the corners, you may hit the direction a little bit too soon or a little bit too late, because it's pretty hard to judge, and then you won't actually go around the corner. And there were a few occasions as well where it went a different way than I was pressing, and so these are few and far between. I mean, it does happen, but it usually does result in death, which is annoying. But the good thing is it's a quick restart to the game once you have died, so that's a plus point. There's no long loading scenes if you've messed up or died for any other reason. Achievement wise, it's a very, very easy achievement list. You're looking at 1,000 gamer score in probably about 4 hours or so if you're relatively accomplished at the game. Most of them are for just clearing the 30 levels. There's some for repeating an additional 20 levels, and there's a couple of kill achievements there. Kill 50 enemies, kill 3 enemies at once, and kill 4 enemies at once, which may need a bit of level manipulation to get everything in the right position, but a relatively easy 1,000 gamer score. So overall, I'm going to give Skyling Garden Defense, because it is a really, really enjoyable little pick up and play game, an amazing 8 out of 10. I mean, it's reasonably priced. You're going to get some fun out of it. There's replayability in the levels because there's score to be had in there. One thing I did forget to mention actually, when you To get score in the levels, you have to kill some monsters. You also have to collect apples, which in certain parts of the levels there's plantations, or planters, sorry, which when you surround the area in grass, they bloom and spawn apples which stay on the screen for a small amount of time. Once you collect those, you get 100 points each, and you can get up to 3 stars. No advantage to gaining the stars other than points related. It's not connected to any achievements or anything like that. But for those of you interested in scores, that will boost your score and give you the 3 stars per level. But yeah, a classic arcade game, 8 out of 10, well deserved and reasonably priced, spot on priced as well. A developer who knows what their game is, they've not gone overboard as a lot of indie developers tend to do and outprice themselves. People who may not necessarily know about this game will see this on the marketplace. They, oh, $5, that looks interesting, I'll buy it. And that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do to get your game out there. Fingers crossed this does well for the developer, because it is a very, very interesting title. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on my various social media pages. It does help me build the channel, and I'll catch you on the next review.